Hi guys, I'm like super excited. This is my very first YouTube video, so welcome. Today I did this everyday kind of look for you guys. It may be too much for some and maybe too little for others. For me it works. And it was very fun to do, so prepare to see a lot more videos from me. I did do my eyebrows off camera just because they were like a super hassle, but I promised that I will get up a video of my eyebrow routine. Yeah, please like this video, please comment down, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, give me tips, anything to help me out with YouTube. It would all be appreciated. Help me out, help me help you, so we can be successful together. We can do it. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to say, so I hope you enjoy, and let's get right on into the video. Bye!
So starting off with foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the number 220, and I'm taking this on my Real Techniques blending sponge. I'm just going to pour some onto the sponge, and whoa, I poured way too much, so I'm just going to scoop some up, and then I'm going to dab this all over my face. You want to dab, not swipe. The reason you want to dab and not swipe is so that you are actually pushing the product into your skin instead of just swiping it over your face and leaving all these swipe marks. So next we're going in with concealer, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and the sticker did rip off, but this is in the number 15, and I'm just going to be applying this in triangular shapes under my eyes, and then I'm also going to bring it down the sides of my nose just a bit to make the illusion that I have a slimmer nose. So next I'm going to take the pointed side of my sponge and start blending out my concealer. You want to make sure that you blend this out really well so it blends seamlessly into your foundation, especially if you're using your concealer as a highlight. So once I am done blending out my concealer, I'm going to move on to highlighting the other high points of my face, which are my chin, the bridge of the nose, and the forehead. So once that is all applied, I'm just going to take my Real Techniques sponge again, and I'm going to start blending out the rest of the highlight the same way we did with the under eye. Again, here you want to make sure that this concealer blends seamlessly with the rest of the foundation and there are no harsh lines. So after our face is all blended out, I'm just going to grab this Airspun, yeah. Anyways, I'm taking this powder on a cosmetic sponge, and I'm just going to tap out any creases that may have formed under my eyes, and then I'm just going to dip this sponge into the powder and pack on the powder under my eyes. I'm not necessarily baking, but I do want to make sure that my under eyes are set because I do get a lot of creasing. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and here my brows are on. I will do a brow tutorial for you guys, I promise. Now I'm just going to take this big old fluffy brush and I'm going to start wiping off the powder that's sitting under my eyes because my eyes are now set. Moving on to bronzer, this bronzer has been beaten half to death, but this is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder, and this is in the color Sunny. I'm just going to take it on this little e.l.f. mineral powder brush, and I'm just going to swirl it into the product and then apply this into the hollows of my cheek, not for a strong contour but just for a nice bronzed face. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just using a very light hand and I'm swiping this onto my face, and I'm also using dabbing motions just to blend this into the rest of the foundation. And now I'm going to move on to my forehead. I did get a little too excited here, don't mind my little dance. And then right after the forehead, I'm going to move right on to the jawline just for a little more definition. So of course we have to add some type of bronzer to the nose. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this little fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics and I'm dipping it into the product and I'm bringing it down the sides of my nose and having them meet at a point at the very tip of the nose. Whatever product is left on the brush, without dipping it back, I'm just going to swipe it over the very tip of my nose to give me that button nose effect. So moving on to the eyes, I'm just going to take that same brush that we used for our nose. I'm going into the Naked Urban Decay Smoky palette, and I'm going to pick up that color Combust, and this is going to be used as our transition shade right into the crease. You don't want to apply this too heavily because I am going for a more subtle eye look. Now taking this brush that came in this palette, I'm going to take the more tapered pointed side and the color Whiskey, and I'm going to apply this right into the crease for a little more definition, and I'm also going to focus it a little bit on the outer corner of the eye. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking this flat brush and I'm going to be going into the Carly Bible palette and taking the very first eyeshadow color, and this is a type of banana powder color, and I'm just going to be taking this onto the brush and patting this all over the lids. Now I'm taking this double-sided brush again, and this time I'm using the other end, which is more of like a smudger type of brush, and I'm going in with this deep brownish grayish color, and I'm going to be focusing this right on the outer V of the eyes. Now taking this big fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics, I'm going to start blending out all of the work that we just did so there are no harsh lines. Now taking this pointed, tapered brush from BH Cosmetics, I'm sorry, I'm terrible at explaining things. I'm going back into the Nakeds palette, and I'm grabbing the very first color, which is High, and I'm popping this right into the inner corners of our eyes for an inner corner highlight. With another flat brush, I'm going back into the Nakeds palette and taking the color 13, which is the last color, and I'm just going to be taking this right up under the brow, onto the brow bone for a brow bone highlight so our brows pop. With this smudge brush, I'm going to go back into the Naked palette, pick up the color Whiskey, and I'm going to be running this right under the lower lash line for a little more darkness and smoky effect, since we're not using anything like eyeliner or any other dark colors like that. So once we're done with that, yes, another random face, and then we're moving on to nude liner into the waterline, and this is from Rimmel London. So now onto the lashes. I'm using the Mega Protein Mascara from Wet n Wild, don't mind my faces, and we're going to be applying many coats of this since we're not using any flossies today. And now once we are finally done with mascara, we are going to move on to our lips. I just grabbed any random brown lip liner that I found. I'm not sure where this one is from or what it's called. I just know that it's a brown color. But what I'm doing is I'm just outlining both my bottom and top lips. I do overdraw them just a little bit so I have a little more shape. And I'm not going to fill them in just yet with this color. We're just outlining. So now once we are done with outlining, I'm taking this matte lip cream from Milani, and this is in the color Lust, and I'm just going to be running this all over my lips and on top of the liner. After that, I'm going to grab this liner again, and while this lip cream is still wet before it dries matte, I'm going to be running this over so it gives it a more brownish tone color type of thing. I don't know. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking this lip gloss from Jordana Cosmetics, and this is in the color Sorbet. It's kind of like a faint peachy type of color, and what I'm doing is I'm just running this over my lips. I did put a gloss over this because I do not want my lips matte. I just really like the color of that matte cream. Now what I'm going to do is move on to highlight, and yes, I know that there is something on my face. I do notice it, and I take it off as best as I can, and you will see when I notice it in a minute, and you will die of laughter because it is hilarious. So once I finally got that off of my face, I'm just going to be taking the first two highlighter shades from the Carly Bible palette, and I'm just going to be highlighting all the high points of my face, which are my cheekbones, my nose, my forehead, right above, below my brows, and a little bit onto the chin. Now you're probably wondering what that was on my face, and honestly, I do not even know. I probably watched this footage 5 to 6 times trying to figure out what it was, and I really have no idea, but hey, I got it off. But after that, this look is complete.
So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and comment and subscribe. If you have any sort of tips or advice or just ideas, anything like that to help me improve my channel to make it more enjoyable for you, please let me know. Don't be afraid. I won't bite, I promise. Just leave them down in the comments below. I am open to new ideas. I want to hear them. So tell them. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had tons and tons and tons of fun filming it, even though it's like my third time filming this video. But I will see you guys in my next video.